There is a feeling that becomes a familiar and deeply unwelcome companion for so many of us as we journey past the age of 60. It is the feeling of being encased in a body that has lost its natural spring, its resilience. It begins in the morning, with a sense of stiffness in your joints that makes the first few steps of the day feel tentative and painful. And it progresses throughout the day, often culminating in the evening with a heavy, puffy, and aching sensation in your lower legs. You look down at your ankles and see that they have become swollen, undefined logs. Your socks leave deep, angry canyons in your skin. Your legs feel not like your own, but like heavy, waterlogged anchors that you are forced to drag through the world. The problem we are going to confront today, in its entirety, is this debilitating and often dismissed issue of chronic swelling and joint stiffness. We are frequently told by well-meaning friends and even by some doctors that this is just a normal and unavoidable part of the aging process. It is poor circulation. It is just a bit of fluid retention. We are told to put our feet up, to cut back on salt, and to accept this new, puffy, and painful reality as our permanent state of being. We are sold expensive compression stockings and offered diuretic pills that can leave us dehydrated and depleted of essential minerals. But what if this entire narrative is a profound and tragic misunderstanding of the true, underlying cause? What if the swelling in your legs, the stiffness in your knees, the itchiness in your hips, and even the thinning, crepe-like texture of your skin are not separate, unrelated problems, but are all symptoms of a single, systemic, and entirely correctable deficiency? What if I were to tell you that your body is not failing you, but is, in fact, crying out for the single most important and abundant raw material it needs to maintain its structural integrity? Today, we are going to embark on a revolutionary journey deep into the very fabric of your being, into the magnificent, protein-based scaffolding that holds you together. We are talking about collagen. We will reveal how the age-related decline of this vital protein is the true, hidden culprit behind your swelling, your stiffness, and your pain. We will then expose the fatal flaws in the multi-billion-dollar collagen supplement industry and explain why simply swallowing a scoop of powdered collagen is often an inefficient and incomplete strategy. And most importantly, we will unveil a delicious and powerful, whole food-based approach. We will introduce you to 8 specific, and in some cases, surprising, collagen-rich foods. We will not just list them. We will spend hours dissecting the deep, biochemical magic that each one contains. We will explain how these foods provide not just the raw building blocks of collagen, but also the essential synergistic cofactors, the helper nutrients, that your body needs to actually build and utilize that collagen to repair your joints, to strengthen your blood vessels, and to finally, once and for all, say goodbye to the debilitating swelling in your legs. Before we can appreciate the power of our 8 hero foods, we must first develop a deep and profound respect for the substance that is, quite literally, the glue that holds our bodies together. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the entire animal kingdom, and it is the single most abundant protein in your body. It makes up about 30% of your total protein mass. If you were to remove all the water from your body, about 75% of your remaining dry weight would be collagen. Think of collagen as the primary structural fiber of your body's connective tissue. It is the steel framework in a skyscraper. It is the strong, flexible rope in a suspension bridge. It is everywhere. It is the primary component of your skin, giving it its firmness and its elasticity. It is the tough, fibrous matrix of your bones, upon which the minerals are deposited. It is the resilient, gristly cartilage that cushions your joints. It is the strong, pliable material that makes up your tendons and your ligaments. And, most critically for our discussion today, it is a key structural component of the walls of your arteries, your veins, and your capillaries, the vast network of plumbing that carries your blood. In our youth, our bodies are magnificent collagen-producing factories. We have specialized cells called fibroblasts that are constantly churning out new, high-quality collagen fibers, ensuring that our skin is plump, our joints are resilient, and our blood vessels are strong and supple. However, as we journey past our 30s and into our 50s and 60s, a dramatic shift occurs. The activity of these fibroblast factories begins to slow down. At the same time, the activity of a family of enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases, MMPs, which are responsible for breaking down old collagen, begins to increase. The balance shifts. We begin to break down more collagen than we build. It is estimated that after the age of 40, we lose about 1% of our total collagen every single year. What are the visible and tangible consequences of this slow, relentless decline? We see it in our skin, as it loses its firmness and begins to sag and wrinkle. We feel it in our joints, as the cartilage becomes thinner and less resilient, leading to the pain and stiffness of osteoarthritis. And, most importantly for our topic, we experience it in our circulatory system. The walls of your veins and your capillaries are not just inert tubes. They are living tissues that require a strong, collagen-based framework to maintain their tone and their integrity. As this collagen framework weakens with age, the walls of your veins can become slack and distended. This is particularly problematic in the legs, where the veins have the difficult, uphill job of returning blood to the heart against the force of gravity. The tiny, one-way valves within these veins, which are also made of collagen-rich tissue, can become weak and incompetent. When this happens, the blood is no longer able to travel efficiently upwards. It begins to leak backward and to pool in the lower legs. This condition is called venous insufficiency. This pooling of blood dramatically increases the pressure inside the delicate veins and capillaries of your lower legs. To relieve this pressure, your body begins to force the watery, plasma component of the blood out of the capillaries and into the surrounding tissues. This is the fluid that creates the swelling, the condition known as edema. So, the puffiness you see in your ankles is not just water retention. It is a direct, physical sign of a collapsing, collagen-deficient vascular structure. The swelling, the heavy, aching feeling, the varicose veins, and even the easy bruising and the thin, fragile skin on your shins are all downstream consequences of this fundamental, systemic loss of collagen. So, the logical solution seems simple: we just need to get more collagen into our bodies. This has led to the explosion of the multi-billion-dollar collagen supplement industry. You see the giant tubs of collagen peptides and powders everywhere, promising to restore your youthful skin, hair, and joints. And we must be clear, these supplements are not entirely useless. They are made by breaking down the connective tissues of animals into smaller, easily absorbable protein fragments called peptides. When you consume these peptides, you are providing your body with a direct supply of the specific amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, that are the primary building blocks of collagen. However, the supplement story is dangerously incomplete, and for many people it is a highly inefficient and often ineffective strategy. Here is the critical, unspoken truth that the supplement companies don't want you to know. Your body does not just take that powdered collagen you swallow and directly transport it to your skin or your knees. That's not how protein digestion works. Your body breaks those peptides down into their individual amino acid components. These amino acids then enter the general amino acid pool in your body. From this pool, your body will then decide what it wants to build. And here is the crucial step. For your fibroblast cells to actually take these amino acids and to weave them into new, strong collagen fibers, a second, non-negotiable set of ingredients is required. The process of collagen synthesis is a complex, multi-step, enzymatic process. And this process is completely and utterly dependent on the presence of specific vitamin and mineral cofactors. These are the helper nutrients that act as the spark plugs for the collagen-building machinery. If these cofactors are not present in adequate amounts at the same time as the amino acids, the machinery will not turn on. You can swallow all the expensive collagen powder in the world, but if you are deficient in these key helper nutrients, you will be unable to efficiently convert those building blocks into functional new tissue. It is like having a truckload of the finest bricks delivered to a construction site, but you have forgotten to hire any of the masons or to buy any of the mortar. The bricks will just sit there in a useless pile. This is where the profound and undeniable wisdom of a whole food approach comes in. The 8 hero foods we are about to explore are not just collagen-rich, in the sense that they provide the raw amino acids. They are collagen-building foods. They provide the complete synergistic package. They deliver not only the bricks, but also the masons and the mortar, all in one perfect, natural, and highly bioavailable form. This is the holistic, intelligent, and ultimately far more effective strategy for rebuilding the collagenous fabric of your body from the inside out. Let us begin with our first and arguably most ancient and powerful of our collagen-building heroes. It is a food that has been a cornerstone of traditional cuisines around the world for centuries, a food that is the very embodiment of nose-to-tail wisdom. We are talking about true, slow-simmered bone broth. And I must be very specific here. We are not talking about the salty, flavored stock or broth that you buy in a carton at the supermarket. Those are often little more than colored, flavored water. We are talking about a broth that is made by simmering the bones and connective tissues of animals, such as chicken carcasses, beef knuckles, or fish frames, in water for a very long period, often 12 to 24 hours. This long, slow simmering process works a form of culinary magic. It gently and gradually breaks down the tough, collagen-rich tissues, the bones, the cartilage, the skin, the tendons, the ligaments, and it releases all of their incredible, healing compounds into the water. What you are left with is a liquid that is, quite literally, a dissolved form of connective tissue. Let's dissect what is in a cup of true, properly made bone broth. First, and most obviously, it is a rich and easily absorbable source of type 1, 2, and 3 collagen peptides. This is the very same stuff that is sold in the expensive powders, but it is in its natural, whole food form. It provides that direct supply of the key collagen-building amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. Glycine, in particular, is an amino acid that many of us are deficient in, and it is not just for collagen. It is also a calming neurotransmitter that can promote restful sleep, the prime time for tissue repair. But the broth contains so much more. It is also a rich source of other joint-healing compounds that are found in cartilage, such as glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate. These are the very same compounds that are sold as expensive individual supplements for arthritis. They have been shown to help reduce joint pain and inflammation and to support the health of the cartilage you still have. And, most importantly, the broth is a treasure trove of the essential mineral cofactors that are needed for collagen synthesis. The bones themselves leach a wealth of minerals into the broth, including calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and trace minerals like zinc and copper, all of which are essential players in the collagen-building orchestra. By sipping on a warm, comforting mug of bone broth, you are consuming the most complete, synergistic, and ready-to-use joint and blood vessel rebuilding tonic on the planet. You are getting the bricks, the masons, and the mortar, all in one perfect, easily digestible, and deeply nourishing liquid. Making your own is a simple and incredibly cost-effective process, and a single batch can provide you with a week's worth of this liquid gold. Now we move from the land to the sea for our second hero. This is a category of food that is not only a fantastic source of collagen-building materials, but is also one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods you can consume. We are talking about fatty, cold-water fish and specifically eating the fish with its skin on. The flesh of fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines is a wonderful source of high-quality, easily digestible protein, providing all the essential amino acids your body needs. But the real collagen-building magic lies in the parts of the fish that many people discard: the skin and the tiny, soft bones. In the case of canned sardines or salmon, the skin of a fish is incredibly rich in type 1 collagen, the very same type of collagen that makes up our own skin and blood vessels. When you eat a piece of crispy, pan-seared salmon skin, you are consuming a direct, whole food source of these valuable collagen peptides. The tiny, edible bones in canned fish are a phenomenal source of not only the mineral cofactors like calcium and phosphorus, but also of marine collagen. But the true superpower of these fatty fish is their incredibly high content of the omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. As we have firmly established, chronic inflammation is a primary enemy of our collagen. The inflammatory enzymes, the MMPs, are what are actively breaking down our existing collagen. The omega-3 fatty acids are the most powerful, natural, anti-inflammatory agents in our diet. They work at a deep, cellular level to resolve inflammation and to calm the overactive immune response that is attacking your joints and your blood vessels. By making fatty fish a regular part of your diet, 2 to 3 times per week, you are engaging in a powerful two-pronged strategy. You are providing your body with the direct collagen-building raw materials from the skin and bones, and at the same time, you are providing it with the most potent anti-inflammatory compounds on Earth to protect the precious collagen that you already have. You are both rebuilding the bridge and protecting it from further damage. This brings us to our third hero, a food that we have celebrated for its muscle-building prowess, but whose role as a collagen supporter is often overlooked. We are talking once again about the magnificent whole egg. The egg white is, of course, a rich source of protein, providing a significant amount of the amino acids proline and glycine, which are essential for collagen production. But the real and often surprising collagen-building story is in the other parts of the egg. The yolk, as we know, is a nutritional powerhouse, containing a host of vitamins and minerals. One of these is sulfur, a mineral that is a crucial component of the collagen matrix and is essential for the cross-linking process that gives collagen its strength. But the most overlooked, and arguably the most collagen-rich part of the entire egg, is the thin, papery membrane that lies just between the eggshell and the egg white. This eggshell membrane is a pure, natural matrix of connective tissue. It is composed primarily of type 1 collagen, but it also contains naturally occurring glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid, another critical molecule for joint lubrication and skin hydration. While most of us discard this membrane along with the shell, it is actually a potent therapeutic substance. Some people carefully peel it from the inside of the shell of a hard-boiled egg and consume it, and it is now being sold in a powdered, supplemental form, with studies showing that it can be highly effective at reducing joint pain and stiffness. The humble egg, when viewed as a whole, is a complete, self-contained collagen support package. Now we must turn our attention to the absolutely essential helper nutrients, the vitamin and mineral cofactors that are the non-negotiable spark plugs for the entire collagen-building process. The most important of these, the undisputed king of collagen synthesis, is vitamin C. This brings us to our fourth and fifth hero food categories. Let's begin with our fourth hero, the citrus fruits. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes are, of course, the most famous sources of vitamin C. The role of vitamin C in collagen production is not optional. It is absolutely essential. The final, critical step in the creation of a strong, stable collagen fiber is a process called hydroxylation, where the amino acids proline and lysine are converted into hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. The enzyme that performs this crucial step is completely and utterly dependent on vitamin C as a cofactor. Without adequate vitamin C, your body simply cannot produce functional collagen. A severe deficiency in vitamin C leads to the historical disease of scurvy, a condition where the body literally begins to fall apart. Old wounds reopen, the gums bleed, and the blood vessels lose their integrity, because the body has lost its ability to repair its own collagenous glue. While overt scurvy is rare today, a subclinical or low-grade vitamin C deficiency is incredibly common, and it can be a primary, hidden reason why your body is struggling to repair its joints and blood vessels. By ensuring a daily, rich supply of vitamin C, you are providing your fibroblast cells with the essential tool they need to do their job. Starting your day with a whole orange, or squeezing fresh lemon juice into your water, is a simple and powerful way to ensure that your collagen-building machinery is always switched on. But citrus fruits are not the only, or even the most potent, source of this vital nutrient. This brings us to our fifth hero food category, the berries. All berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries are not only packed with vitamin C, but they are also loaded with a class of powerful antioxidants called flavonoids, specifically the anthocyanins that give them their rich colors. These antioxidants play a crucial dual role in our collagen story. First, they act as a powerful protective shield. The collagen fibers in your body are constantly under attack from the oxidative stress caused by free radicals. This oxidative damage is a primary driver of collagen breakdown. The antioxidants from the berries neutralize these free radicals, protecting your existing collagen from this relentless assault. Second, these flavonoids appear to have an even more direct effect. Some research suggests that they can help to inhibit the activity of those collagen-destroying MMP enzymes. So, like the omega-3s in fatty fish, the compounds in berries are working on both sides of the equation. They are protecting the collagen you have, while the vitamin C they contain is helping you to build new collagen. A daily cup of mixed berries, added to your yogurt or your smoothie, is one of the most delicious and most intelligent strategies you can employ for the long-term health of your connective tissues. We have now assembled the bricks, the amino acids from our protein sources, and the primary mason, vitamin C. But the construction crew needs two more essential tools to create a truly strong and stable structure. We need two more mineral cofactors. This brings us to our sixth and seventh hero foods. Our sixth hero food is a category that is a true mineral powerhouse of the plant kingdom. We are talking about legumes, specifically our old friend, the lentil, as well as chickpeas and beans. These humble legumes are an incredible source of one of the most important, and often overlooked, cofactors for collagen synthesis: copper. Copper is essential for the function of an enzyme called lysyl oxidase. This is the enzyme that is responsible for the final cross-linking of the collagen fibers. You can have a perfect bundle of newly formed collagen fibers, but it is this cross-linking process that weaves them together into a strong, resilient, three-dimensional mesh. Without enough copper, your new collagen will be weak and structurally unsound. It is the difference between a pile of loose threads and a strong, tightly woven rope. Lentils and chickpeas are some of the richest and most reliable sources of this essential mineral. Our seventh hero food is another mineral superstar, and it is a food that many people enjoy as a simple snack. We are talking about pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most concentrated food sources on the planet of our final, essential, collagen-building cofactor, zinc. Zinc is required for the function of an enzyme called collagenase, which is actually involved in the remodeling and turnover of collagen. But it is also a crucial cofactor for the protein synthesis aspect itself. Zinc is essential for cell division and for the production of the very fibroblast cells that are our collagen factories. A deficiency in zinc can lead to impaired wound healing and a general slowdown in tissue repair, a direct sign of a sluggish collagen synthesis process. A small handful of raw pumpkin seeds every day is a simple and effective way to ensure your body has an adequate supply of this vital mineral. Let us now step back and behold the beautiful, synergistic, and complete picture we have painted. We have moved far beyond the simplistic and flawed idea of just swallowing a scoop of powdered collagen. We have created a holistic, whole food blueprint for rebuilding the very fabric of our being. We have our foundational, collagen-rich foods: the slow-simmered bone broth, the skin-on fatty fish, and the magnificent whole egg. These are providing the direct, raw, amino acid building blocks, the bricks. Then we have our collagen-building cofactor crew. We have the citrus fruits and the berries, providing the master mason, vitamin C, and the protective antioxidant shield. We have the legumes, providing the essential cross-linking tool, copper. And we have the pumpkin seeds, providing the vital factory-building tool, zinc. And finally, we have our collagen-protecting anti-inflammatory agents, the omega-3s from our fatty fish and the flavonoids from our berries, which are constantly working to put out the fires that would otherwise be destroying our precious connective tissue. This is the profound and undeniable wisdom of nature. This is a system where every component works in perfect harmony with the others. Now, let's put this into a practical, delicious, and life-changing daily plan. Imagine a day of eating that is specifically designed to rebuild your collagen and to banish the swelling from your legs. You could start your day with a 2-egg omelet, filled with spinach and a little feta cheese, served with a side of mixed berries. For lunch, you could have a large salad topped with a generous portion of grilled salmon, with the skin on, and a handful of chickpeas. In the afternoon, instead of a cookie, you could have a warm, comforting mug of homemade bone broth. And for dinner, you could have a hearty, delicious lentil soup with a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds on top for crunch. Every single meal in this day is a targeted, therapeutic intervention. You are not just eating food. You are systematically providing your body with the complete, synergistic toolkit it needs to repair your joints, to strengthen your blood vessels, and to finally push back against the tide of swelling and stiffness. This is a message of profound empowerment. The control over the health of your joints and the comfort of your legs is not in an expensive pill or a powder. It is in your grocery cart. It is in your kitchen. It is on your plate. By embracing this whole food, collagen-building wisdom, you are not just managing your symptoms. You are addressing the root cause. You are rebuilding your body, from the inside out, one delicious and nourishing meal at a time.